Yo,
Hi, you pals.
what's going on?
Wow, you got a new hat. Nice job, Richard.
Thanks. It's a little. I'm working on the stretch. It's a little tight.
You got a fat head. No worries.
It also went, being not around the New England area, also in a world where going out and like shopping is not very accessible. I did the old online pickup.
You gambled. If you don't know your hat size, you're fucked.
It's a big gamble, and I didn't. I mean, this is a one size fit all.
Oh, no.
And I don't really have a big
No such
head.
thing.
I honestly don't have a big head. So whoever's idea that this was a one size fit all, no. And all the snapback options that they had sucked. So I was in a pickle. I just pulled the trigger. It was the wrong one. I tried to shoot the bullets and I missed.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Should have just went to White Birch Brewing and you would have got a free one with Bill.
That's why drive-bys don't work much, right? Because you're shooting the bullet, you're spraying, throwing.
I don't know. You tell us, Bill. What do the security cameras say at Queen's Landing?
You can't talk about that.
He's still here. He's still here. That's what they say. Ain't got me yet, bitches. Click clack.
Click clap, bitch tits.
Anyway, yeah, decent day. How you feeling, Ray? You're out mingling with high society last night, peddling Simple Minds.
Yeah, when you feel like you don't belong somewhere, and then you make an ass out of yourself because you're the drunk one at the bar.
Man, I've been there, dude. I've been there, and it's
every time
awesome.
you go out,
it's awesome, dude. I fucking love it. I love getting drunk when you're not supposed to get drunk. It's like, all right, we're gonna have a couple beers. You're gonna social with my fucking friends, and then we're gonna get out of there. Yep. Well, an hour later, I'm fucking pissed drunk and say, hey, you wanted me to fucking socialize with your friends, right?
I'm here.
This is what I did.
The tab was over $100. It was just the two of us drinking, and she only had two.
My dinner was $100. I had 3 drinks last night. Jeez,
and
I got a dinner out of that.
The volume was high because Ray only drinks Bud Lights, so that was the
no,
or White Birch, depending on what's on tap.
Yes, depending on what was on tap.
That's funny. Yeah, I can't talk to your stupid friends completely sober, so this is gonna go one way or another.
That's how I feel too.
Very quiet and look at my
nice.
phone, or I'm going to get blitzed, and I'll be the life of the party, and you'll be mad at me later.
I had a hat on, and it was on forward like yours, Rich. And by the end of the night, it was backwards because I was ready to party.
Let me fucking tell you
in
something.
This strange brew, I've wet my dick out in that bar too. Classy establishment.
What bar haven't you whipped your dick out?
That's true.
You can't.
Speaking of getting drunk in front of people, remember in Philadelphia when Bill fell asleep standing up, surrounded by doctors in pea coats?
Yep.
Dude, fuck those guys, man. That was the worst place. After leaving the fucking
we
bar,
gotta go.
Come on,
they were
can we just
insufferably boring.
They were so bad. And I'm surprised that prick bought us a fucking round.
I
was shocked.
Probably his girlfriend.
No, that landed on your tab somehow, Bill.
Yeah.
I just signed for you.
No, I don't think I spent any money in that place.
Because they shut you off. They didn't give you a beer. That's what.
Dude, I was wasted. I didn't want to go there in the first place. I was fucking hammered. We started drinking at 11 o'clock.
Let me get 2 pints, one for me, one for Sleepy over here. Here's 1 pint. Why don't you put that motherfucker out? Yes, sir.
Like, come on, can we leave? Let's get the fuck out of here.
It was a long ride home that night.
Yep, these are the days. All right,
we
boys.
Passed out on the couch watching Superbad that night, right?
All of us in our undies.
Hands off. Welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show. Monday headlines, March 1st. Welcome to March, people. You're almost out of it. Well, it comes 6 more terrible weeks of winter up there in New England, and you'll be seeing the daisies. Welcome to the show.
We got some rain today. It's coming. Spring's coming.
Yeah, it's a pretty shitty day here and stuff. Dealing with a little hangover myself. It's cold, rainy.
I felt great today. I got my hangover was yesterday. I didn't get out of bed till 1:30.
And Friday. You had a hangover Friday and Saturday.
No, I wasn't really too hungover on Friday.
You know what saved you yesterday, and I'm sure all the listeners saw, is a sweet Belgian quad from my favorite White Birch. I mean, talk about hair of the dog. And if you're not taking advice from Billy Trashcan on what to sip on hair of the dog, then I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking. White Birch is the way to go for sure. One of our favorites in Nashua, New Hampshire. Actually, I think we had some Simple Mind fans there today, spreading joy and spreading cheer. So if you see them out in the stores, go get them. Tell them the Simple Minds boys sent you, and head on down to Nashua and get a flight. They got good stuff going on down there.
Yeah, I had to slam that 12.5% real fast. Gets rid of the headache real quick.
Yeah, it just knocks you back out.
12 hours of drinking is the best thing to go for. You got a nice little nap in right after that. Oof, it's nice.
Yeah, poop, sleep, shower, hair of the dog, pizza.
Steak. Nice filet.
Ooh, filet mignon. Nice.
Nice a la
High society in Queensland.
Yeah, it was high society.
Gentlemen, we got some back.
And I didn't pay. Even better.
When have you ever been made to pay in Queensland? This is the Queensland. I don't pay for that meat. Boys, we had some bounce back games this weekend. This is Monday, so the Celtics would have played with the Wizards on Sunday. Probably lost, but
we're not gonna say big loss. Yes.
Yeah, we're not there.
Loss.
We're not there yet. So let's pretend to be a little bit happy. They beat the Pacers by 6 in a close game. They didn't fuck it up and blow it, and it was actually an okay game to watch. They won 118-112. Thought the energy was there. It was back a little bit anyway. Jason Tatum is still driving me absolutely insane watching him play basketball, watching him not hustle, watching him not run to help his teammates up. That kid needs a kick in the dick. But Kemba goes for 32. The bench goes for 39. Robert Williams, 14-11, 4 assists in 22 minutes. Peyton Pritchard got 30 minutes. Look, if the bench can do this consistently and these guys can show up consistently, then this is the team that you want. This is the team that's another Eastern Conference contender that we've seen the last several years. Problem is they can't. To get your hopes up over this game, and where the hell has Jeff Teague been actually hitting shots? That's ridiculous. You just can't rely on that. And even as good as Kemba's been off and on this year, you can't rely on him to be, especially what he was last night, or even what he's been the last few nights, which has been pretty good. But nice win. It's nice to see that they have it in them on nights where Tatum and Brown are not particularly good, especially Tatum look like dog shit. The rest of the team can step up and get a close win. Thoughts?
I think they came out a little sluggish in the first. I mean, they did have a deficit, but they actually came back and played like a team that we were expecting to. It bumped them back up to the 6th seed right now in the East, but obviously they're playing tonight, which I'm expecting a loss, so they'll probably get knocked back down into the 9th, 10th seed. But yeah, you need this. You need Kemba to start playing better, get that confidence back up. Bench plays better. That gets their confidence back up. And, trade deadlines are right around the corner. So hopefully get these guys' stocks rising, and that can be good trade pieces for everyone.
That's a key point, Ray. We're going to talk some Celtics trade stuff for Tuesday's show and see what they can do, if anything. But yeah, this is always the problem with Danny Ainge and his stupid team and his stupid roster, Bill. They have a couple of good nights and like, see, I can draft. These are the guys I drafted. And then right when they're at their peak of, performance, they go back into the shitter and you've lost your opportunity to use them as a trade piece. So, and one of those guys is Robert Williams. Bill's been snapping on him for about a year, but he's been good this year.
He's been my boy since the bubble. I've been preaching for him.
Bullshit. The first week of the season, that kid sucked. And
because you guys open your eyes just the same length. Like, you guys are high as fuck all the time. So you never open his eye.
You jumped right off the Robert Williams bandwagon and you're right back on.
I'm on it.
I will say this.
Well, his name is Billy Snipsnap. So, I mean, come on.
He is one of the guys that consistently plays with energy. Obviously, everyone knows what the athleticism looks like, and if his game transforms into an NBA game, not just some fucking maniac running around out there, I guess he could be good. But this is the perfect guy, in my opinion, that's at one of the heights of his trade, potential. And I'm sure everyone's looking at it saying he should be the starting center of the Celtics now.
I mean, he should be. He's been your most consistent center at this point, and he's still young too, so he is a good trade piece. I mean, he's still signed for another 2 more years after this. He's only 22, 23. He's getting better every year. He's playing meaningful minutes now. I mean, so if you want to make a move, this is a guy you want to, kind of feature and hope he can play consistent minutes. Problem is he got back injury or hip injury, so his minutes are going to be limited moving forward now. So, I mean, that's why you're only seeing him in the 22 to 25 minute range because he's hurt. So that's something to manage, which has been a knock on him since he's been in the fucking league. So now,
he can't stay on the court.
Can't stay on the court.
It's a big problem for him. He cannot stay on the court, and a hip is certainly nothing to screw with, especially when you're 22. And
I think it's a hip. I think it's a hip. It's something. It's a hip or back.
He's had both. He had the hip last year, and he had the back this year. So who knows? Let's keep him out there. But yeah, in terms of starting, I don't know. I don't think it necessarily matters. The problem with Brad's rotations is, and what you're seeing, and this is what drives me insane, is the guy that gets open and is left open is Daniel Tice constantly and consistently. So if you want to play Robert Williams, you either have to play him, like you can't play the Tice role. He can't shoot. So it's either you have to play him with Tice in the big man lineup, or you have to change the way you're playing when he's on the court, which they do. They'd run a more, up and down, crash the basket, pick and roll kind of game.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think that's why, like, the offense, like, we've heard a little bit of rumors of Andre Drummond with the Celtics, but you haven't heard anything confirmed, and the Celtics could basically just go get him right now, is because he's the same player Robert Williams is. He's not going to sit out there and play that Daniel Tice role because he can't shoot for fucking threes. He can't even shoot from the free throw line, let alone a 3-point line. So, I mean, is that, we want a big come in that lineup, but now is Brad's offense driving these, legitimate big guys away from this offense that the Celtics could desperately need is offensive rebounding, and these guys play too far away from the basket.
I mean, there's a role. Tristan Thompson is there who doesn't shoot. So there's a role in that, in the system for that. There's just not a lot of them. They like that stretch 4 is something that they really like. So
like an Al Horford, maybe?
Like,
yeah, but Daniel Tice is not a fucking stretch 4, and it just drives me crazy.
I know.
How they try to play.
No, he's not. Yeah, no.
If he stepped in from the 3 1 foot every time he shot, he would be averaging, double digits in points, but they make him shoot threes because that's the game. And he's just not that good. He's not that consistent. The team's not that consistent. The bench is certainly not that consistent. So yeah, I'm with you, Ray. If these guys can go on a little run before the trade deadline and pique some GM's interest across the league, bye-bye. Give me someone who's legitimate, who has proven themselves. I know, Bill, you hate this guy, but Harrison Barnes, some guy that's proven himself in the NBA.
Leaning more towards like someone like that too, because like again, that's a position that you need. I'll sniff that all you want. I don't give a fuck. But I mean, I just want
that all you want.
That's what I'm saying. I'll do it. I don't care. I want him to make any move at this point. Any fucking
honestly
move.
At that point,
the only reason I don't necessarily love Harrison Barnes is a lot of money coming with it. But other than that, I mean, yeah, he's won a title. Maybe you could tell these guys to shut the fuck up. And again, if I have to hear one more person say Marcus Smart's the answer to this fucking Celtics problem, I'm gonna shoot myself in the fucking forehead. I'm tired of it.
Here's the other thing, in lefty too. So you might miss. You'll just be brain dead. That'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I'll shoot my fucking jaw off.
So the other thing to keep in mind, and I don't want to get too much in the trade talk because I know we're going to do that for Tuesday's show. And I can actually just complete. Oh, the money coming back. Look, this team is going to be in cap jail moving forward. So the only way you can add money is in trades. Yeah. You're going to be in the tax moving forward, basically, and as long as Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are on your team. So the idea of Harrison Barnes being $22 million is frankly the same as him being fucking $12 million, because you're just going to be living in that veteran minimum and trade the exceptions or whatever the hell they're called in the NBA. Yeah. Convoluted system.
Mid-level exception.
Mid-level exception.
Biannual exception. Horford or Harrison Barnes now. Horford.
I'd take Horford and I'd ship.
I haven't played the 4.
Yeah,
I would too.
I'd send Tice back whatever money that he's getting. If Daniel Tice was Al Horford, you'd be in a much better position.
Do you give up Robert Williams to get Al Horford too? Yeah.
Yeah, I give up Robert. Robert Williams is just not a guy that's going to really be.
No, because you got to think too, for a team like Oklahoma City's got to rebuild. I mean, if he's a couple firsts in Robert Williams, I would assume we'll get that money down. You get the money back.
You got to make it enticing. Well, tune in on Tuesday. We'll get into that. Al Horford's an interesting one. Last point on the Celtics. Tatum has been named a starter in the All-Star. Mouth pop for that guy. Jaylen Brown is out. Was out Sunday against the Wizards because of his knee. Both these guys are going to Atlanta. Should they? No. Jason Tatum is clearly gassed, has said that he's not the same player because of coronavirus. Jaylen Brown is dealing with arthritis in his knee or
tendonitis.
In his knee. We know how important it is these guys. We know that they're young and they want to go and showcase their bullshit, but they both are dealing with crap, and they both said that essentially we don't feel good about being named All-Stars because our team sucks. So wouldn't it be very big of the smartest guy in the room, Jaylen Brown, to say, I'm not going?
Do we remember what happened with Kemba Walker last year? Going to All-Star weekend, sore knee. After that, COVID started happening, and he wasn't the same ever since. Going into the bubble, still the knee wasn't for sure 100%. Still isn't 100%. He can't play back-to-back days. So, yeah, wasn't Kemba go talk to Jaylen and be like, hey, it's not worth it?
Don't forget Kyrie Irving too, man. He sat out 7 games before the All-Star game, and they let him go and play in that All-Star game too, and he was still battling a knee injury. Problem with Jaylen Brown, he shouldn't play. That tendonitis, I've said it before, it's going to linger all season. You know, I've had tendonitis in my elbow a shit ton of times, and it's something that just keeps coming back
45 minutes
up.
of tabs, baby. You got to stop
I
those.
jack off with my left hand, not my right, Raymond. I've already fucking told you.
You didn't say what hand it was. You didn't say what arm. You didn't say
the one that's in a fucking sling. I thought that would have been a fucking obvious.
Well, that's a shoulder. Your shoulder, you idiot.
No, but
that stuff keeps coming back.
It just lingers and lingers and lingers.
The only thing that help it is rest. And if you're granted this time of rest in the All-Star game, even if he wants to go and be, on the court and get his recognition, just tell the coach, look, I'm not playing. Or I'll play very limited minutes, but I'm not. Kemba Walker in that stupid fucking he played 2 overtimes or whatever it was. He was in there the whole time.
Do you get incentives on your All-Star appearances too?
Yeah, but if you're named the All-Star, it's not like you're not.
That's what I'm asking.
So so you still get it.
You don't participate. You still get that incentive.
Dude, who was it?
How hungry these guys are. So I was just wondering if that was.
Remember that year, Doc Rivers? Didn't he play like KG and all those guys like 5 minutes in the All-Star game when they all play?
Yeah,
he was coaching that team. But one thing that pisses me off the most is you're banged up, Jason Tatum, with COVID, and you're run down. Now you're trying to figure out if you want to do the skills competition or the 3-point competition, but you don't want to do both. You're going to do one, you're going to do the other, and now you're starting the All-Star game. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this stuff. Like the inside job that came out this week. I mean, it's rearing its head. And this shit, dude, you got to man the fuck up. You're in there for the long run now. Your schedule's going to start getting condensed. You're going to start traveling more, and it's going to get fucking harder. You got to fucking do something. You got in playing the All-Star game. I know it's a privilege, but everyone every year, especially this year, is bitching. Don't have it. This is you're okay backing out. You're okay. Yeah. It's not everybody wants to go for the experience. This year is one fucking day. It's not a weekend. It's not a huge party. It's one day isolated in a hotel. You're going to go there, play the fucking game. You're going to leave. This is the year to fucking quit. Do not go. And it's selfish. And these guys part of
it would certainly say a lot and go a long way in the leadership category that the two guys are getting crushed for in Boston and their lack of. So it's not going to happen. Let's just see what they do. If they go and, and their minutes are limited, then I'll give them half credit. Another bounce back. The Bruins needed this 4-1 against the Rangers on Sunday. They look good energy. I was in and out of this one at a fucking stupid day, but so give me your take. I mean, I saw Coyle's goal. That shit was nasty. Had goal. The deep empty netter with 2 minutes left. I mean, I know empty netters are empty netters, but 2 minutes left, up 2. That's a hard lead to keep. So let's give him credit for a deep empty netter. I thought Stadnicka looked active, and McAvoy with another nice snipe from the point and another nice game. So your thoughts?
They came out fast and hungry. They didn't look sluggish. They played well, which they were lacking. I mean, they didn't have that big deep presence because everyone's fucking banged up on that team as it is. But they came out, looked good, looked like the big bad Bruins, as if you would. But yeah, they look like they're back to their winning ways. No, Bill.
No, you just got like wicked loud for a second. That's why it just made me laugh. No, you want to talk energy? I mean, the first line they beat up Lindgren. The first couple shifts, Marchand took a run at him. Patrice Bergeron took a run at him. Defensively, they shut down New York. I mean, Bergeron line was they outshot him 17-2. And then McAvoy was on the ice. It was 31-9 in shots. They completely and utterly shut them down. It was a complete domination. And it's good to see Charlie Coyle. I know it's an empty netter, but I mean, put 2 on the board. You kind of need it. He's got, I think it's 4 goals now in the last 4 games. You're seeing a little bit of the production pick up, especially with David Krejci out. This is what you want. He's your true number 2 center. He's the most talented center on the team outside of Patrice Bergeron. So, I mean, you're seeing it. And a few guys got the message. You benched Bjork, you benched Clifton, and you benched John Moore. You can't really bench, DeBrusk, and there was one other guy he called out, Sean Corrali, because you don't have the guys to play. But right. Wagner benched, so these guys got benched, and you answered, McKegg and Clifton, and then with the other guy, fucking Kuhlman played, and then Steve Kampfer. I mean, they weren't awesome, but they were serviceable.
Yeah, but they're out there.
The keg got ran the fuck over.
Yeah,
he's train.
They just needed to change. You needed to send a message because Bjork and all these guys, you're 26th in the league in 5-on-5 scoring. And that's your third and fourth line guys that you're switching up now. You need something.
It's just such a breath of fresh air the way Cassidy runs his team versus the way the Celtics. And I get it's two different sports, and there's a lot that goes into that. But you knew, Bergeron had comments, Cassidy had comments after their throttling the other night, 6-2, whatever they lost,
7-2.
7-2. They said that this is not Boston Bruins hockey. This is not us. This is not the way we play. You knew that this was coming. Like there was no doubt in your mind that this was the kind of game that they're going to come out with, and you can contrast that with the bullshit the Celtics have been going through, and it's fun to watch. It makes you happy to watch. I will ask this about Coyle. So when Krejci comes back and Coyle drops down again with that other line, if we see his production dip down, what does that say? Does that say that the wingers that we're giving him are not good enough, or he's not good enough to make bad wingers better?
No, he's not. A little bit of both. I mean, he's the guys that he gave him clear trash. Bjork, Frederick. I mean, Frederick had a goal today. I get he's 2 goals, but
trash.
They're bottom. They're honestly, like, on most teams, they're your taxi squad and your 4th line guys, right? So Charlie Coyle is paid to be basically your number 2 center. Krejci's going to be gone this season, but you're giving him Bjork and like Corrali, Wagner, all these guys on his wings. It's terrible. Now you're seeing him play with Nick Ritchie, who's having a very good season for this team. A lot of hustle. So you're seeing him active in the power play. I think he's got 5 power play goals, 6 power play goals. So, and you're seeing now Craig Smith, who he's got to kind of go to report with here. So you mean you're really missing Andre Kashik. So I guess if you can get him back and healthy, you're going to give him some more wing play there. And even Stadnicka, you might see him swing there. You just hope he can kind of show more than he's being active, but again, he missed kind of badly on breakaway.
I mean, nice play in the breakaway, but you got a 2-on-1. I mean, that's an easy one-timer. I mean, just a quick little shift to your left and dump and leave it for who was with him. Was it DeBrusque with? No, it was whoever. Who was out on his right on that breakaway where he just shot it right into his fucking pads. So, but he's
hold on, real quick.
But
if you're thinking about it too, if like you're healthy with Kashik and Krejci back, I mean, your number 3 line is what you're seeing on the number 2 line right now. So if you're healthy, your number 3 line, this is the production you expect out of Charlie Coyle because you're playing with Craig Smith, you're playing with Nick Ritchie. That's your bona fide 3rd line. DeBrusque and Kashik should be with Krejci right there. So, I mean, you guys,
maybe,
the whole team healthy, I think that production still could be there.
Ritchie might hold on to that second wing. I mean, he's that second line so good.
And I've been shitting on him since
is he not the perfect example of like a guy that has to work ridiculously hard to get out of the gutter because of half a season of hockey last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he got shit on so bad, and he's having such a productive season, and everyone's like, they just hear the name, like, fuck that dude. But you look at
he's a slow skater, and he's like,
best, outside of he's your 3rd best winger. He's your 3rd best winger on the team right now, and that's saying a lot because Pasternak and Marchand are not going to be topped by anybody, right? So, outside of the perfection line, he's the best winger you've had.
His pass to
he didn't do
Charlie
a good
McAvoy today was disgusting.
He didn't have a good job with the fight, though. The fight was terrible.
Richie?
Yeah. Because
he ran the goalie, right?
No, they pushed him over.
I missed a little bit of the first period, but yeah.
So it was right. There was a scuffle in front of the net, and the play was still going on, and they knocked Ritchie over, and he tripped and fell on the goalie's fucking head and gave him a concussion and split him open.
No, he came back though.
Well, he came back in, and they scored.
Hockey tough
on him. Yeah.
What do we think of? I didn't really look into this, but Zaboral with McAvoy was pumped up to the line because of injuries.
Looked good.
Yeah, no, they look good. Yeah, I'll tell you, because especially the last game with the Islanders, McAvoy was basically responsible for 2 of those goals. Out of what, there was the 7? Was it the Islanders was 7 they gave up? It was 2 of those goals were directly related to, bad misplays by McAvoy. He didn't look really great with Vacanini. He moved Zobril up there. I mean, they were great. Like I said, they outshot him, and when he was on the ice, they outshot him 31-9 on 5-on-5 play. They really look, like they're clicking. They had a great, McAvoy's goal. That was a good team win off the faceoff, and
that
he
was
was
a beautiful
disgusting.
5-on-5 goal, man.
Oh,
I mean,
disgusting.
That was unbelievable. I mean, the cycle pucks, baby, getting deep in cycle pucks. That's literally what it looks like. Put it on the play sheet.
Yeah, so you're hoping that they keep playing. I don't mean to cut your off, Rich. I'm sorry, but this is it. You needed something because you're so depleted. Steve Camphor, I keep forgetting he was even on the roster because he opted out of the bubble last year. Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to get too far into this, but just talking about Zaboral, we had the text exchange over the weekend that the hideous 2015 draft, not to bring this up for Bruins fans, but if Zaboral can turn into something, if he can turn into a top 2 pairing demon, and DeBrusque can miraculously find a way to put the puck in the net, does that take the sting off 2015, or is the rest of the draft just too good to ever consider that even a moderate success?
Oh, yeah. The draft is just way too good. I mean, I sent you that article.
Barzal or wherever it is.
Right after.
Dude,
right fucking. And I told you when we talked about Dubois and you're like, should we trade for him? I'm like, I want Barzal from the Islanders. Like, and then he signed 5 days into camp. That guy is disgusting. And these are all guys. There's all fucking. You have an all-star defenseman who just signed for 8 years and $64 million in Anaheim. You got fucking Brazil, who's led the Islanders in scoring since he came into the fucking league. You've had all-star after all-star after all-star, literally picked within the first 6 picks after you. Zorbo and fucking Vakanainen, who you just put, not Vakanainen, who
Bruskin,
Senyshyn, who you just put on waivers because he's been in the minors since 2015, and you can't keep him on your goddamn roster. No, this is pathetic. Your first fucking draft, and you butchered it like this.
Okay.
Nice job bringing that back up.
No problem. Yep. Sorry. All right, let's shift gears then. Let's get off that train before Bill starts shooting bullets to the computer.
First rounders, and you missed every one of them.
Speaking of missing on first rounders.
There you go, Raymond. The Patriots are on deck for us right now. News over the weekend. All of the COVID opt-outs from 2020 are coming back. Hightower, Chung, Kanan. Those are the big profile ones, but there's like 6 of them, right? So Bolden is another one.
Vital,
yeah,
Matt Lacoste,
Dick Vitale.
Dick Vitale. Matt Lacoste, I think, was one.
Yippee, Lacoste, that's good.
Yeah.
Ooh,
but obviously, look, I asked the question: is this good? How much of a difference does this make? Hightower's the big one. That's the obvious one. Hightower coming back, I mean, single-handedly solidifies your linebacking core, and obviously you have to add around him. But he's such a difference maker. Outside of that, I don't know.
See Chung.
How much difference does it really make?
Adrian Phillips is 29. Chung's going to be 34. He had taken a year off. Adrian Phillips played a better role than Chung did in 2019 last year.
Not to mention Duggar coming up.
And you got Duggar coming up. I mean, I think people are, I don't know, Marcus Cannon might be a good one to come back. And I know he's been struggling lately, but with Joe Thuney and David Andrews up for free agency, you have a Nunwa that you could play guard and tackle, and you had Cannon, who came in the league as a guard, and he was shifted to tackle after he was drafted to the Patriots. So you've seen it late in people's careers. Jason Peters with the Eagles just did it. He was a left tackle, and they moved him into guard early in his later years. Worst case is you keep a Nunwa on right guard, and you can, right tackle, and then you can move Cannon to left guard. I mean, you've seen it, and then because I don't think that you're going to pay Thuney again $15 million. You know what I mean?
So, but Cannon's not. Sorry to interrupt you, Bill, but Cannon's not cheap either, Ray, isn't he? I think he's got a $10 million.
But you can restructure that, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bill comes to these guys, especially Cannon. You're going to restructure, you're gone.
Yeah,
he's the big one.
There was talk of that too, and all of these guys, especially Chung and Hightower, are quote unquote Belichick guys. Mm-hmm. And if they.
Especially Chung, they gave him extensions out of nowhere over everybody else. Yeah, he got cocaine and got a 4-year deal.
What do you think of that, Ray? I think it does. The Cannon stuff does give him flexibility. I don't look at Marcus Cannon as a guy you can rely on, but if you can bring him in here cheap and do what Bill said, he can swing around for you. It gives you the flexibility to lose Thuney and or Andrews, who's also a free agent. So, what are your thoughts?
I'd rather lose Thuney, but Andrews. We saw what happened when Andrews was gone. What was that? 2019 when he got hurt.
Yeah,
but that whole offense, they couldn't. It was the running game was depleted after he left. I mean, the quarterback Tom Brady was getting sacked left and right because that O-line couldn't handle the pressure anymore. You just saw how valuable that guy is to that offensive line. Keeping David Andrews is I think one of the top priorities they need to do right now. But I also think bringing Chung back would be a good leadership role for Adrian Phillips and Duggar, because he's been in the Bill Belichick system for how long, and he knows the system. I mean, teaching these guys on the field would be another presence to have. So I think that'd be key to bring him back. But I mean, you got to restructure some of these deals.
Yeah,
I disagree. I think Chung's gone. Honestly, I think Chung's gone. You have Duggar and you have Adrian Phillips there to play the same position. I just think his age. I mean, he started slowing down in 2019, skipped 2020. He's 34 coming back after skipping a year. I don't think he comes back. And if he comes back, his deal is going to be very, very reduced. I don't think he has a role back on this team.
But to your point, because of all that, I don't think he has a role in any team. I think if he has a role in the NFL, it's with the Patriots. And it's with Bill Belichick. So,
Oh, we have no clock.
I don't know what no, there it is. I changed.
Okay.
You idiot, Ray.
I
came into a different
account. It comes when the last person enters. So if there's two people, you don't.
Yes,
like we did with your mother. Like we did with your. Oh, Ray, I thought we were going.
I'm sorry. My fault. My head's not there today. Yours is. I'm sorry.
We come with the last person enters into your mother. So. I think the point on Chung, I think Ray has a point here. I think he can come back really, really, really cheap and almost play an assistant coaching role, especially after the Patriots coaching ranks have been absolutely depleted. And
Don't
you
worry,
have
they got a Belichick in the
corpse
secondary
of Detroit roaming the grounds at Foxborough now. I think Chunk's back. I think he's a fucking Belichick guy. $1 million a year, and if you lose Jawan Williams or some bag of trash that's been hanging around for a roster spot, or Brandon Bolden doesn't make
McCourty would be nice. Bolden's you want to talk about a Belichick guy?
McCourty's going nowhere as long as Devin's on the
team. Jason
News.
McCourty needs to go.
Brandon Bolden's a Belichick guy. He skipped for 1 year, and he came crawling back.
I know, but
he's a Belichick guy.
If you think that the Patriots are releasing or getting rid of Jason McCourty while Devin's on the team, you're high.
I don't think he signed. I don't think he signed for another year.
Devin signed with the idea of
good. Devin can go bye-bye.
Oh, that's all right. Well, that's a different story for another day. I think the point in the opt-outs are Hightower is undeniable. I think Canning gives you a lot of flexibility, and I think Patrick Chung is basically a player coach at this point. Anybody else who's in that group, I'd rather see him not come back and give
Lacoste. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, give the cap flexibility, and you're right. All these guys basically need to restructure their deal.
The only one that you probably won't, who probably won't, is Hightower. Keep him happy. He's, I think
I've heard reports that have said that he will, because he's getting.
I don't know. 1 year he was like, no, I'm not. There's been a couple years.
Took a year off. No. Like
he just had
you never know, but he just had a baby.
Yeah, so he maybe found a.
Yeah, he didn't get paid this year. Yeah. It could go either way. Regardless, I thought that the reports out of this was way overblown. Patriots get reinforcements. They're back.
Yeah, no, they're
not really.
Hightower is the biggest name. Period.
For sure.
Period.
Look, if you go out and get a stud in the free agency market and pair him up with Hightower, Uche and Winovich and the other guys all can come along. Yeah, now you might.
Jarrell Casey just got released by Denver, and I told you guys jump all over him. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler. He's disgusting. He was due $11 million this year. They cut him for in a cap hit. He'll shore up some pieces right there, and again, the leadership Hightower bring to those young guys, Uche and fucking Anthony Jennings or Afree Jennings.
Anthony. Come on, dude. That's an easy one to remember. Old Penny Hardaway, Anthony.
We gotta give Bill word. We gotta give Bill names, sports names, just to have him pronounce them. That'd be
and Winovich. I mean, those are your young core guys. I mean, you need him to shore that up.
Is this racist? Is the word Anthony just from people who pronounced it Anthony?
I mean, it could be.
That is racist.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not saying who pronounced it like that. I'm just saying. Where's Anthony?
Hold on, Rich. If you have to
Anthony's
ask,
an Italian name.
If you have to ask if it's racist, then it's racist.
Okay,
so beep it.
It was racist towards Italians. I think we can get away with shitting on Italians. Furthermore, speaking of free agents, nice. The NFL has sent you guys this report. The NFLPA has come out. I didn't read too much into this. I just saw this while I was taking a dump, sending this email like 30 minutes before the show.
I just read this email as the show started. So
no shit, Bill. That's weird. The NFLPA has told their players to collude. Whatever the report, the report said openly that they have come out and said players collude. The salary cap is going down this year. You guys should work together and get the best deals possible. Essentially, don't be cutthroat on the market. Don't take the first one.
This is baseball all over again, man. Yep. This is it because the owners collude in baseball. Now you're seeing the fucking NFL players do it because again, the salary cap's 15% down, lower than last year. It's 180 million. And
NBA. I mean, the players have
players control the whole NBA, but you're seeing it. The owners in baseball collude. We're not going to sign all these big deals. It's a growing fact. I mean, the CEO of the Mariners probably would have said it if that YouTube video was a little bit longer.
Yeah,
they probably cut it off like, "Yo, shut the fuck up." But I mean, you're seeing it, dude. I'm good for the players. Good. I'm all for the players in the NFL. I'm all for it because the owners are no non-guaranteed deals. Do it. Go get your fucking money. I don't care. Go get your money. Good for them. Good for fucking them.
Ray. In this case, in this scenario, players colluding, the NFLPA's public enemy number one maybe just 6 or 7 years ago would be Thomas Edward Brady.
Mm-hmm.
The shit that this guy caught from the NFLPA for taking lesser deals or supposedly lesser deals on paper. Anyone who says Brady was taking less money is an idiot. The backdoor deals that he was,
of guaranteed money. Fuck,
he got a lot of cash up front and a lot of handshake deals and whatever else from
a lot of TB12 factories being made all over.
A Brookline mansion on the most prestigious golf course in the world.
And how many massage parlors did Mr. Kraft introduce Tom Brady to? So
a lot of dude ones.
I mean, his wife's Brazilian, so he probably's got a lot of Brazilian hula houses down there.
That's racist, Bill. So I don't know. What's your thoughts, Ray? Are we all just team, do whatever you can to get your money because it's the NFL and nothing's guaranteed for these guys?
Yeah, that's what that needs. I mean, the lifespan of an NFL player is 2 to 3 years, so might as well. If you can get the deal that you can support your family for the rest of your life, do it. I'm all for it.
You're seeing it with quarterbacks right now, though. The quarterback market in the NFL has basically become the NBA. They are deciding what they want.
Cousins.
You got 3 for $90 fully guaranteed. Watch Dak. So this is going to be interesting this year is the Dak deal. So you're going to kind of see if that quarterback market's going to flip. Now your salary cap's lower, so obviously you're not going to spend 30% of your cap, 25% of your cap on a quarterback, right? So I mean, if he's looking at $30-40 million, I mean, he's in line to get these big deals. So I mean, if you're going to see these big deals keep happening, I mean, he's the one to watch this year because he's up. They're not going to franchise tag him because it's $50 million fucking dollars this year against the cap if he's franchised. So I mean, they're going to try to work out a big deal for him. So I mean, that's it. If this growing trend continues, I mean, he's going to get fucking.
Well, Aaron Rodgers got the guaranteed deals. This offseason, you're also seeing, high-profile quarterbacks, Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson, calling their shots at forcing the way out of town. And Deshaun Watson just signed his deal. He's
gone. He is fucking gone.
They're only taking voicemails down in Houston.
Yeah, great, because he met with Houston and basically said, "Fuck off, I'm never coming back."
Hey, Coach, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Suck my dick.
Get bent. If he sits out, though, it's $21 million or $22 million down the drain.
That's fine. He'll be back week 11. All you need is fucking 6 games to accrue a season towards your career. So that's all you need. So he'll come back. Fucking Logan Mankins did it to the Patriots. That's all you need.
30 seconds or less. Do you guys think that the Caserio and Houston are handling this situation right down there? Are they just pulling the string, waiting for a deal, saying we're not trading, and then next thing you know, it's 6 first-round picks?
I think that's what's going to happen. Come closer to draft day, you're going to see like a trade that they can't refuse from the Jets. The thing is, Vegas has Jets like winning the AFC East right now. They have them going to the AFC Championship game.
What?
Vegas has them heavily favored right now. So the Jets,
suck my dick, Vegas.
If Deshaun Watson's going to get traded, it's going to be closer to the draft day.
No, I think he's handling it perfectly. He's your franchise quarterback. Trying to make up. Call his bluff. Go to do it. Okay, you don't want to show up? Fine. Make him force his way out of town. He's not there yet. And I'm
force his way out of town.
I think they might be overplaying it a little bit. Like
make him sit out. That's all I'm saying. Make him sit out. Make him call the bluff. If he's never coming back, make it fine. We don't have to pay you, and you're going to lose seasons to get to free agency. So your season just goes. It just trolls.
At the end of the day, you have to maximize that asset. So if I get calling
drag it out to the trade deadline. So you have until the trade deadline, drag it out. And
it's a pendulum, though. At a certain point,
you're still going to get 4 for 3, 4
Yeah, but you could get
picks.
6 is my point. Maybe not 6, whatever the point is.
Have you ever seen Draft Day with Kevin Costner, Bill?
Have you ever seen Draft? It's a perfect example of how to work.
That was the worst fucking movie I've ever watched.
What do you guys?
He got the first and third.
That was the worst.
He got the first and third.
Sports show.
Worst fucking Kevin Costner movie.
Headlines March 1st. We'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What do you think of the Tiger tribute in these assholes in red and black walking the?
I can't wait for them.
I love it.
All right, you love it. I can't wait for them to find out he was high on Vicodin and all this other shit.
Does Tiger
egg on their face?
They didn't even take his blood. They didn't take anything. He's not dead.
Do they know that Tiger's not dead?
He almost died. He might never golf again.
He's never golfing again.
He's kind of a shithead.
He's an asshole.
He turned his life around. Team Tiger, go Tiger, go.
When did he turn his life around?
When he started banging Lindsey Vonn.
Bill and Tiger,
sweet pussy.
Bill and Tiger are biscuit buddies. They stand together.
Oh yeah.
I don't like Vicodin. He loves Vicodin. And Ambien. Ambien sucks.
All right, Ray, are we keeping this in the ledger? Vicodin and sour. It's no good.
No good. No dice.
Ambien sucks too. If I want to trip out, I'll just take mushrooms.
Okay. Duly noted.
And we also found out today CBD spray, still good.
I still use it. I love it. I love
go.
that thing.
Is that like Ray Lewis's antler spray?